Hello, folks. I'm OdinSpack, and welcome back to 33 years and counting of my favorite games. Today is part 7, the year 2016. This is an interesting year for me. There's going to be some very odd choices on here. Not to say that there wasn't like anything. Like I looked through all the games that came out. There's a lot of great reboots in here, sequels. Some series got started in 2016. None of which I played through to completion or I just never started. And there's lots of game like this list is gonna change a lot once I finally get around to some of these games on this list for 2016. Um, but I'm not gonna talk about any of those because I haven't played them. That'd be kind of that wouldn't make sense to the list. So we're gonna go into my honorable mentions. One of which on here I really just put to be like, look, I seriously did play some games this year, but I'll get to that in a second. The first one on here is Kirby Planet Robobot. I didn't even play this the year it came out. I ended up playing this later. Uh, I think like last year or 2 years ago, I streamed it. I actually streamed it here in my new home, but I was visiting at the time. But it was a lot of fun. It had definitely some like Mega Man X vibes to it with like the Kirby ride armor system. It was a fun like Return to Dreamland style game because all the Kirby games since Return to Dreamland have had that formula to them. The music was great. I liked the machine atmosphere of everything. But honestly, I think the powers were the coolest part, and because I'm not really remembering too much now that I really am saying it out loud, I really do remember liking the music remixes that were in the game. But I think Triple Deluxe actually may have grown on me more now that I'm saying this. It's kind of weird. I know that's not this year, but anyway. Uh, Next is Overwatch. This is the one I put on to like this would never have made my top three. But I did want to mention it because I did play it when it came out. I I was a big fan of Blizzard. Nowadays, not so much. But I had to get it because I was curious to see what they would do. I like the occasional first-person shooter, as you heard a few parts ago when I mentioned Halo Infinite. And it was fun to play like a team-based shooter. I'd never really played that genre before. I'm trying to remember the guy I used. I can't even remember his name. Uh, it's not Junkrat because I think he's the one that throws around like the bombs and stuff. He has like that vest. It's the guy who has like the hook and he like throws the chain at you and stuff. I think he was one of the tanky classes. I liked using him. Was it Roadhog? Was that his name? Road Dog, Jesse James, probably not him. Um, I think it was Roadhog, maybe, but anyway, I did enjoy the game for the brief time I played it, so I just wanted to mention it here because I swear I played real games this year. Next honorable mention, while not a top three contender for me, I could see this being a top three contender for a lot of people, and that's Pokemon Go. It took the world by storm when it came out. It's still strong today. Some people are like, "Oh, people are still playing that," but I think it's making like bank, like still today. It blew up. It was super cool. For all of us Gen 1ers out there, they were just like, "Yep, all the Kanto Pokemon." Not to say that I don't like future generations of Pokemon, but they knew what they were doing when they released Pokemon Go. They were just sticking to Gen 1 at first. It was a lot of fun. I never ended up doing any of the gym battle stuff because they were always like way too strong for me, and I was just like, I'm not doing this. But it was really fun just walking around my neighborhood and like going downtown into the park and whatnot and seeing other people doing the same thing, trying to catch Pokemon, go to those little stops and get their items for the day. It was really neat. I would love to do it again. I don't have a phone with data right now, so I can't really do that, but I would love to give Pokemon Go another chance in 2022 when I finally can. It was certainly a battery drainer, though. I'm curious to know if it's still like that. All right, let's go into my top three for 2016. Uh, these are some wild options here. You guys are gonna be like, all right, but let's get going with the bronze medal. We have The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past randomizer. Um, so this particular mod of Link to the Past is probably like one of the most viewed things I have on Twitch. I remember seeing this. I was like, this is so cool. Like, how, like, talk about a game that was made for a randomizer. Like, randomizers have since blown up, probably because of this game, honestly. Um, but like, it is perfectly designed for it. I'm not sure the exact dev team that made the randomizer. Shout out to you guys. Um, but like items like the Moon Pearl, that are basically like a nothing item in the original game, may as well be a nothing item in the original game, is like such an important key thing to have in the randomizer. It's just some of the items, just like the gloves and hook shot, just like the ability to go to different parts of the world. It's just like it's perfect. Like it's a perfect game for randomizer. It's fun every time you play it. They've had so many new modes in that since they've released it. My favorite is the key sanity mode, where they take the keys out of the dungeons and move them in the same item pool as everything else. I mean, they still end up in the dungeons, but like different ones. Um, it's just like if you love Link to the Past, like there you have to play this. Like it gives it so much replayability. Like I loved playing Link to the Past before the randomizer, but I have so much more knowledge of this game since the randomizer came out. I didn't even know where some of the chests and stuff even were, some of the item locations were, and then I started playing this and it just clicked and I'm like, okay, well, I got to play this. I can't remember the last time I even played the vanilla game. I would love to play it again just to see like how fast I can get through it. Actually, I think I did do that pretty recently. I can't remember. Did I stream that? I can't remember now, but I want to give it another shot anyway because I would love to see like just how well I could do at that game knowing um everything that I know now. So, oh yeah, I did. But this wasn't streamed. It was actually on a flight as when I did this. I didn't end up finishing it, but I won't get into that. Anyway, Link to the Past randomizer. If you haven't played it, look it up. It makes every item in the game in different spots. That's all it needs. It is the perfect open world game. Uh, Play it. All right, my number two, which honestly number three and two could be changed here. But my number two is Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. Yes, it's another randomizer. Um, I'm giving this one the slight edge only because I love Super Mario Bros. 3 so much, and I have played this one more consistently since it's come out, as opposed to Link to the Past Randomizer, where that one I've been on and off. Mario 3 Rando is like I have like I have great knowledge of Mario 3, all the levels and where items are and whatnot. What's great about Mario 3 Rando is it challenges me to get through the beginning of the game to the end of the game, using a level order that I will not be familiar with. Power ups will be different and enemies will be different. And I like that change every time because I love playing through Mario 3, but every time I play it, I usually play like 100% because I can't skip the levels. Like I just can't I can't do it. Like I can do it, but like I can't do it. I have to play through Mario 3 the same way every time. Get the coin ship in the first world. Uh get all of the secret mushroom houses I can find, and beat every stage just cuz that's how I love to play Mario 3. But Mario Randomizer challenges me because randomizers, the idea behind them is to get through most of them anyways, to get through them as fast as possible. So the Mario 3 rando is really cool because it does give me that challenge of like, oh, I have this level. What am I gonna do? Oh, they changed up these enemies. Okay, how am I gonna react to that? Oh, this item box has a Starman in it instead of a mushroom. Okay, how is that gonna be different? And that it's just the little changes like that are great. I love the fact that all the overworld stuff is mixed up too. So like you'll have like fortresses and the warp pipes will be in different spots, and the hammer items let you break the locked doors. Like the fortresses, when you beat them, you can break them, but the hammer item, which is pretty much useless in the original game, now has like a neat functionality. I love Mario 3. The randomizer's super cool. Yes, there's two randomizers in my top two. That's how it is. You ready for my number one, my gold medal? All right. My gold medal for 2016 is AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake. This is yet another fan-made creation. This is unofficial. Yes, my entire top 3 for 2016 is all fan-made stuff. Um, and honestly, this game is probably to blame why I never ended up playing the official Metroid 2 remake, Samus Returns on 3DS. And honestly, that's because this game feels like it was made by Nintendo. Like there are little things that kind of remind you, okay, yeah, this isn't official. Um, but it's mostly good things, honestly. If I'm being honest, the music is so catchy. I know, like some of them are remixes off the original game, but there's some original music here too. I've never finished the entirety of the original Metroid 2 Return of Samus on Game Boy, but this game has the movement of like Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission. While I really like Super Metroid, one thing I don't really like about it is like the floaty jumps and whatnot. I like the 2D Metroids where like it's like you jump and you fall, and kind of Metroid Dread's kind of like that too, and we talked about that already. Um, but this game has like that more like Game Boy Advance style to it. And it's just a lot of fun to play. I 100%ed it like when I played through it. I never do that on a game like that on my first go. Um, well, okay, I did on Dread too, but but I'm just saying, like I felt compelled to find everything when I played this. I was actually doing a Let's Play of it a long time ago, and I started it right after I finished my original playthrough, and then I ended up falling off because some reason, tech issue probably. Um, but I would love to revisit it and play it again. You know, it's a shame it did get shut down by Nintendo, but can you blame them? They were literally putting out a Metroid 2 remake, I think the next year, or maybe it was this year. Um, so, like, you really can't be upset at them for that. But it was nice of them to not do anything until it actually got out into the hands of the public, because once it's out there, it's too late. So, I definitely recommend playing this if you haven't, by any means necessary. Please give it a look. It's a lot of fun. So if you like Metroid, you'll love AM2R. All right, and there's my 2016. Pretty weird, I know, but I told you it was gonna be a weird one. Next time we will talk about 2015. If you want to let me know what your thoughts were on my 2016 or any of the games that I didn't play that I should have, please let me know as well. So until then, I've been OdinSpack. Goodbye.